Hello everybody, in today's video we have this 2017 Audi RS3 sedan in this beautiful Arab blue color. Now this isn't the first time that I'm experiencing an RS3, since last year I made a short video of the same generation RS3, also a sedan. However, it had more than 500 horsepower, so it'll be a nice comparison to see how this stock RS3 performs. I'll leave a link to it in the description and a pop-up card in the top right corner. But before we continue, I'd like to thank the owner for taking time out of his day to let me make this video. So be sure to follow him on Instagram, RS3 Sedan Blue. I'll put a link in the description as well. I'll start off by showing the exterior, the interior, and then we'll go with the owner for a short drive. But first, a quick overview of the RS3. So this is a third generation A3, codename 8V, and second generation RS3, since the first gen didn't have an RS3 version. The pre-facelift came out in 2015, and in 2017 the facelift came out. With the facelift you got a lighter engine, a power increase from 367 metric horsepower to 400, and torque went from 465 to 480. As well as the option to have a sedan body style next to the hatchback, as we have here today. So as I said, Arab blue, and it has the black optic pack, which blacks out the window trim, the grille surround, and the mirror caps, and the owner took it a stage further by blacking out the badges at the front and the rear. If you don't go for a black optics pack, then you get a brushed aluminum trim. As you might have noticed, the vehicle is sitting a little bit lower. This is because the owner fitted a KW lowering kit, as well as these beautiful OZ racing wheels, and I have to say it's one of the best wheels I've seen for an RS3. Audi also offered an option of front ceramic brakes, which were between 4,000 and 5,000 euros. Moving on to the rear of the vehicle, we have this black trunk lip spoiler, as well as a aggressive diffuser, and typical Audi oval style exhaust tips, which you only get on RS models. The trunk size is pretty typical for this segment, and you can also get a hatchback version, which is the one I would go for, since you get a little bit more practicality. Moving on to the interior of the vehicle, one thing which surprised me when this car arrived today was the color of the interior. I thought it was black, but it turns out it's this very light gray, almost white, and I must say that it has become definitely my favorite color for an RS3 interior. Space in the back is pretty typical for this size of car. We also have quilted seats, since these are the super sport seats with the integrated headrest. This vehicle does not come with, which I think is a must on RS3s, is the virtual cockpit. This being an Audi, of course, it has a more minimalistic design in the interior, with a screen that pops up there in the center. If I would have to choose one thing which I didn't really like about this generation, that would be the center screen. I think they did it a lot better in the new generation with an integrated screen in the dashboard. Another option which I really think is a must in an RS3 is the Bang & Olufsen sound system. And here's another look at those magnificent seats. Not only are they very supportive, but they just look incredible, especially in this white color. We also have a half Alcantara, half leather steering wheel with a flat bottom. And you can also get an optional sunroof, which this vehicle doesn't have. With the facelift, you could get the virtual cockpit as an option. However, these are the standard dials, which still look very nice, and Audi has always done a great job with regular analog dials. Moving under the hood, since after all, people buy this vehicle for its engine. And here we have the big heart in this little monster. 2.55 cylinder, stock 400 horsepower and 480 Newton meters of torque. With simple modifications, you can easily push it to over 500 horsepower and around 700 Newton meters of torque. This engine is mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, as Audi calls it S-tronic, which helps the vehicle, along with its quattro all-wheel drive system, hit 0 kilometers per hour in around 4 seconds. Then the 100 to 200 time of sub 10 seconds, and a quarter-mile time in the mid to low 12-second range. If you go for the carbon ceramics, then the top speed is delimited from 250 kilometers per hour to around 280 or 175 miles per hour. Let me know in the comments below if you would choose this car over its closest rivals, the BMW M140i and the Mercedes A45 AMG. I think I would be tempted to take this one if I had to choose, because of this right here. With this button you can retract the screen into the dashboard. And here we have the drive select button, which changes between auto, comfort, dynamic and individual. I still can't get over how good these seats look, especially with this color. All I would need are some blue seat belts, and I think this would be perfect.